Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another chilling tale, the kind of story that makes you want to keep the lights on just a little longer. Tonight, I've got a spine-tingling experience to share. So grab a blanket, settle in, and let's dive into this eerie adventure. And before we jump in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more creepy stories. Your support helps keep the scares coming. Let me tell you, there's something about basements that always gave me the creeps. Even as a kid, I'd rush up the stairs like the devil himself was chasing me. But this story isn't about those childhood fears. It's about something real, something I wish I'd never experienced. It all started when I moved into my first house. It was an old, creaky thing with more personality than stability, but it was mine. The basement, though, was another story. Dark, damp, and smelling faintly of mildew. It had this weird vibe, like it had been holding its breath for decades. But hey, a basement's a basement, right? Storage, laundry, and out of sight, out of mind. The first time I went down there, I noticed something odd. A door. Not the door at the top of the stairs, but another one tucked into the far corner, almost hidden behind a stack of old paint cans left by the previous owner. It was small, maybe 4 feet tall, and locked with a rusty padlock. Curiosity got the better of me. I asked the realtor about it, and she shrugged. Probably just an old storage space, she said. These old houses are full of quirks. For the first few weeks, I managed to ignore it, but then weird things started happening. At night, I'd hear faint noises coming from the basement, not the usual creaks and groans of an old house. These were distinct, scratching, tapping, like something or someone was inside. I tried to brush it off. Probably mice, I told myself. But the sounds got louder, more insistent, and then came the dreams. Night after night, I'd dream of that little door, of something on the other side, whispering my name. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. Armed with a flashlight and a crowbar, I headed down to the basement. The air felt colder than usual, and every step echoed like a gunshot. When I reached the door, my hands were shaking, but I forced myself to pry off the padlock. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow passageway. The walls were lined with crumbling bricks, and the smell. God, the smell was awful, like rot and decay, but with something metallic underneath, like blood. My flashlight flickered, and for a second I thought about turning back, but that damn curiosity pushed me forward. The passage led to a small room, maybe 8 feet by 8. In the center was a wooden table, stained dark with what I hoped was just old water damage. Chains hung from the walls, and scattered on the floor were tools. Not the kind you'd find in a hardware store. Rusted blades, hooks, and things I couldn't even identify. And then I saw it. Carved into the wall above the table was a name, Eleanor. Beneath it, scratch marks, dozens of them, maybe hundreds. Suddenly, the flashlight went out. I swear I'd just replaced the batteries, but there I was, standing in total darkness. That's when I heard it. A low, guttural growl, followed by the sound of something moving. Something big. I stumbled backward, dropping the flashlight, and bolted for the stairs. I don't remember much about getting back to the main floor, but I do remember slamming the basement door and shoving a chair under the knob. The noises didn't stop, though. For hours I sat there, clutching a kitchen knife, as the scratching and banging grew louder and more frantic. By morning, it was quiet again. I called a locksmith and had the basement door reinforced, then hired a contractor to seal off the little door entirely. I don't know what I let out that night, and I'm not sure I want to. All I know is I'll never go back down there. So if you've got a weird basement door in your house, take my advice. Leave it alone. Some things are better left locked away.